Hello teacher, my name is Mai Hing and welcome to our presentation. Our group name is WinX and the topic today is about sleep. Is it important and how does sleep affect on our health? First, let's take a look at our members. Our group has 5 members. The first one is me with the status and the causes of sleep deprivation. The next one is Thu Hằng with the consequences of this state. The third part is about the sleep quality by Hồng Đào. The fourth one is the benefits of sleeping enough by Thanh Hiền. And the last one is some tips to have a good sleep by Hoàng Ánh. So let's start. First, I would like to bring you the definition of sleep and moreover sleep deprivation. So what is sleep? We sleep every day, but do we actually know the definition of it? Basically, sleep is a state of resting in which people will regain energy for the next time they wake up. And sleep is extremely important to human health and well-being. Our daily activities, our appearance, and how we express ourselves are all rely on this necessity. And then how about sleep deprivation? This phenomenon occurs when someone is not getting enough sleep, and the amount of sleep that needed to avoid this state is depend on individual and vary across the ages. According to the Sleep Foundation, this state is getting more and more serious as most teenagers only get about 6.5 to 7.5 hours of sleep per night, and this amount of time is much less than the time needed. And about 35.2% of all adults in United States report that they are getting less than 7 hours of sleep per night on average. There are 44% of seniors are experiencing insomnia at least a few nights a week or a month. So the question is, why sleep deprivation is such common? There are several reasons, but I will give you some basic one, both objective and subjective. On the objective side, the first reason is work obligations. Some of us, we might have multiple jobs or many deadlines. Also, we can even take the night shift in order to pay our bills, and with such an intensity, it is like impossible for us to getting enough sleep. And the next reason is the disruption. For those whose house on the roadside, the noises from the road is such a concern, and also annoying neighbors is a problem too. For those who are already parents, children is one of the main reasons why we are lacking of sleep, because we have to wake up all night, stay up all night to take care of them. And on the subjective reasons, the first one is the medical problems, such as depression or sleep disorders. For example, if you are depressed, you will find it's difficult to get into sleep because there are a lot of thoughts on your mind. And also there are some common sleep disorders such as insomnia or sleep apnea. They are the reason why you cannot sleep at night. The second subjective reason is social media. During the day, we usually spend our time working or studying or doing other necessary things that we spend our bedtime to entertain ourselves by suffering Facebook, watching funny videos on TikToks, and slowly we get caught up and end up stay up too late. The last reason is late night activities. In such a modern era, shopping malls and nightclubs and even cinemas usually take place until midnight or even until dawn. And these activities can keep us up too late, and we even skip our sleep just to enjoy them. And in fact, somehow, slowly, we are killing ourselves by not getting enough sleep. But specifically, how? The next part is about the consequences of this day. It will be presented by Thu Hằng. Thank you for your attention.
Yeah, thank you, Mai Hee. Thank you, Thu Hee. And well, to continue our presentation, I will present about topic what could happen if we didn't sleep. Let's begin with an example. In 1965, a 17-year-old high school Randy Garner, who stayed awake about 264 hours, that's 11 days, to see how he coped without sleep. On the second day, his eyes stopped focusing, and next, he lost the ability to identify objects by touch. By day 3, he was moody and uncoordinated. At the end of the experiment, he was struggling to concentrate and had trouble with short-term memory. And he became paranoid and started hallucinating. Although Garner recovered without long-term psychological or physical damage, for others, sleep deprivation does harm to not only your body but also to your brain. And about effects on your body, losing sun eye can result in hormonal imbalance, illness, and in extreme cases, death. Staying awake can cause seriously bodily harm. Sleepiness may also cause inflammation, high blood pressure, and it's even been linked to diabetes and obesity. About effects on your brain, the first one is slow down. Sleep deprivation actually disrupts the brain cells' ability to communicate with each other. This explains why you find it difficult to concentrate or remember things when you haven't had a good night's sleep. Instead of having quick communication, brain neurons respond slower and weaker, and also impact on brain functions such as memory and decision making. The second one is get damage. Not getting enough sleep can harm to your brain. And here's an experiment about brain get damage. The researchers divided mice into 4 groups. One group slept for 6 to 8 hours. Another was waking up throughout their sleep. The third group of mice was kept awake for about 8 hours. And the fourth group was forced to stay awake about 5 days in a row. When compare brain activity of mice in different groups, the mice who were sleep deprived experience sustained microglial activation. This is an inflammatory response that is related to brain diseases such as neurodegenerative disease. And I think we should care about how we look. Studies have shown a direct correlation between sleep deprivation and a person's perceived beauty. That is to say, sleep-deprived individuals appear less healthy and less attractive than when they were well rested. In conclusion, we grow sleepy due to signals from our body telling we are tired, and signals from the environment telling us it's dark outside. We can show that sleeping into slumber is a necessity if we want to maintain our health and our sanity. And so that is on my presentation. The next one is Hồng presentation, please.
I will continue our presentation with my part, sleep quality. According to many researchers in the world, sleep is actually based on age. I have listed some particular periods and suitable lead time for you. From under 3 years old, we usually sleep for 12 to 15 hours, including nap. From 6 to 13 years old, sleep time lengthened for 9 to 11 hours. From 14 to 17 years old, 8 to 10 hours, and over 18 years old, 7 to 9 hours. Even though we have a specific sleep time, more of us seem to want more sleep. Have you ever wondered what will happen if we sleep too much? I have given you 3 basic times of sleeping too much. First, this is increased weight gain. Short and long sleepers both gain more weight than normal. People sleeping over 9 hours were 21% more likely than normal sleepers to become obese during the study. Moreover, sleeping too much also causes depression. While many people with depression report insomnia, about 15% tend to oversleep. And the last time, but not less serious, is increased pain. Many researchers show that in some cases, too much sleep can exacerbate symptoms such as headache or back pain, etc. Through my part, I want you to really take care of your sleep by sleeping at the right time and for the right amount of the time. And in the next part of my teammate, Thanh Hiền, I hope you will understand more clearly about sleeping enough. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Hồng Đào. To continue our presentation, I'm going to talk about the benefit of sleeping enough. And there are 3 typical benefits of sleeping enough: reducing stress, help body make prepared, and think more clearly. So, why does sleep reduce stress? In simple words, you can understand that one of the effect of stress is sleep deprivation. When we always think too much about something, it will make us worry, and delay our sleep. And when you lack of sleep, your body will release more hormone stress. Therefore, to reduce stress, a good sleep is what we should have. In addition, sleeping enough not only reduces stress, but also helps your mind relax. And when you feel less anxious, your mood will also be improved. Next, sleep helps body make prepared. During deep sleep, your body works to repair muscle, other cells, and produces chemicals that strengthen the immune system in your blood. Therefore, sleeping enough can improve your response to illness, shorten the time it takes to recover, and allow you to get back to normal life. That's why people usually tell us to sleep early every time we are sick. And moreover, a good sleep can keep your heart healthy. If you are lack of sleep, your body will release the hormone adrenaline, and you can also know it is a stress hormone. An adrenaline rush can feel like anxiousness, nervousness, or pure excitement, as your body and mind are preparing for an event. This makes your heart work harder. Therefore, it can lead to a heart attack or stroke. In fact, I and my friends usually have a heart attack every time we lack of sleep. Luckily, then if we sleep enough again, this pain will end. And finally, A good sleep helps you think more clearly. While you sleep, your brain reorganizes and recharges itself and removes toxic products throughout the day. This means sleeping can clear your brain and help maintain its normal functioning. Therefore, a good night's sleep can make you feel energized and alert for the next day. You will be able to think more clearly and focus better. So, before the important events such as the final test or job interview, sleeping enough is extremely necessary. That's the reason why I always try my best to have a good sleep before my examination, though I feel very anxious. Thank you for listening. I want to invite Hoàng Ánh for the next part.
Thank you, Thanh Hình. And then I will present the next part. Uh, I had a question for you. Do you often have trouble sleeping at night? And if you had, then I will give you some tips for a better sleep. Number one is regularities. Number two is temperature. Number three is darkness. Number four is work it out. Number five is alcohol and caffeine, and number six is routine. And let's talk about its tip in the detail. The first tip, irregularities. Go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time. Regularity is key and it will actually encode your sleep and improve both the quantity and qualities. No matter the weather is the weekday or the weekend, or even if you have best night of sleep, and the reason is because deep within your brain, you will actually have a master our 24-hour clock. It expects regularity and work best under condition of regularity, including the control of your sleep-wake scheduler. Many of us use an alarm to wake up, but very few of us use a to-bed alarm, and that something can be helpful. The next tip is temperature. Keep it cool. It turns out that your brain and your body needs to drop their core temperature by about 1 degree Celsius or around 2 to 3 degrees Fahrenheit in order to initiate sleep and then to stay asleep. And this is the reason that you will always find it easier to fall asleep in a room that's too cool than too hot. So the current recommendation is to aim for a bedroom temperature of about 65 degrees Fahrenheit or a little over 80 degrees Celsius. It's so cool, but cool it must be. The third tip is darkness. We are a dark deprived society, and in fact, we need darkness specifically in the evening to trigger the release of a hormone called melatonin. And melatonin helps regulate the healthy timing of our sleep. In the last hour before bed, try to stay away from all the computer screen and tablet and phone. If you have the light in your house, you will actually be quite surprised at how sleepy that can make you feel. If you like, you can wear an eye mask or you can have a blackout set, and that will help better regulate that critical sleep hormone of melatonin. The next tip is work it out. Don't stay in bed awake for long periods of time, and the general rule of thumb is if you've been trying to fall asleep and it's been 25 minutes on, or you woken up and you can get back to sleep after 25 minutes, the recommendation is to get out of bed and go to do something different. And the reason is that your brain is incredibly society divine. The brain has learned the association that the bed is the trigger of wakefulness, and we need to break that association. And by getting out of bed, you can go and do something else. Only return bed when you are sleepy, and in that way, gradually your brain will relearn the association that your bed is the display of sound and consistent sleep. The fifth tip is something that we actually already spoken in about, detail with the impact of alcohol and caffeine. So a good rule of thumb is try to stay away from caffeine in the afternoon and in the evening, and certainly try to not go to bed too tipsy. The final tip is have a wider routine. I think many of us in the modern world we expect to be able to dive into bed at night, switch off the light, and we think that sleep is also just a light switch. Thus, we should immediately be able to fall asleep. Unfortunately, sleep isn't quite like that. For most of us, sleep is a psychological process, and it takes time for your brain to gradually descend down onto the firm bedrock of good sleep. In the last 25 minutes before bed or the last an hour, even if the last hour descended from your computer and your phone, and try to do something relaxing. Find out whatever works for you, and when you have found out it, stick to that routine. Those are the tips I want to share with you. Hope it will be useful to you. Sleep is very important. This is the time for our body repair after a stressful working day. So pay attention to your sleep. The presentation is end here, and thank you for your watching.